Those are my words exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear outside is the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Way up there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking life make the free Mexican Air Force Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange an innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all cause they think the wine we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah. Flying tonight. You're a good bunch. Oh, yes.
Make that a little bit softer there. Put that in the background. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Salute. Thank you so much for coming in here tonight. A lot of crazy shit going on in boxing over the weekend, over the week. And here we're trying to find a little bit of sanity in this crazy world. So we're going to start it off with excuse me, a little AK-47 in the Toka 2. Been enjoying some cupcakes again today. I made some yesterday. Cooking with weed. Very nice pastime to take up in the old age. Made some nice cupcakes. My wife bought some cinnamon fucking cupcake batter for tomorrow. She's into it too. Excuse me. Give us something to do here. And I wanted to talk about a boxer that I grew up with in the 70s. Ron Lyle. Any of you guys remember Ron Lyle? See if we can get a few more people to stop in. Hey man, but whether we do or whether we don't, I'm here. I asked my friend Mr. Doc. He's the one who wanted to do this tonight with me. He had something to do. I shot him an invite. He's going to come back here because Mr. Doc is an expert on 70s heavyweight boxing. And Ron Lyle was one of the players, man. Ron Lyle was in the heavyweight scene in the 70s. Fought everybody out there, man. A blueberry indica pen. Skywalker, man. You smoke as much weed as I do, brother. God bless you. Baby boy. But anyway, I got the okay today. Mad Chad's going to do the driving. I talked to Tim Witherspoon's events coordinator. We got the okay. We're going to go up there on this weekend, and we're going to go to the Legends weekend. See if I can find what I got here, man. Show you one of these tweets that I got. Interesting stuff here, man. Interesting stuff. Unbelievable. That was this here. There's a lot of stuff going on in the boxing world with Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more in this cell phone. I don't know what the hell this is. Escape Inn in Hershey. Oh, he's got a bunch of hotels. Wow, shit, man. Look at the fucking list of clicks I got here in the hotel department. But this is what I wanted to show you here, man. This is the event. These damn phones are slow. But anyway, this is the fight that's going to be going down. It's called the Fall Brawl. Saturday, the 28th. Big name guest, Bruce Gas. But it's $25 for general admission, $65 VIP, which is me and Chad, obviously. VIPs there, man. And then there's a dinner on Friday night. I don't know if we're going to make the dinner, but then Saturday they're going to have the huge meet and greet at the Legends banquet. And the Legends exhibition. And we'll be getting some exclusive content for our little video, for our little YouTube channel over here, man. I'll be on my channel, Chad's channel, and of course Tim Witherspoon's. That's who we're going down there for, man. They like the way that I talk, the way that I communicate, man. I can't be more than happy. I got my brother Matt Chad is going to join me on this one, man. We're going to be like the Cheech and Chong of the fucking Legends tour over there. I'm dying to smoke some weed with Mike Tyson. And then from what I understand, they're all fucking joking about it, and Tim is happy to have me down there. And oh man, it's going to be so much fun now. They're trying to get Mitch Green down there. He's having an argument with his brother, and there's going to be some good shit. Let me say hi to people that came in there. I see Mick Smith just dropped in. Salute, Mick Smith. How you doing, brother? Let me go back to the beginning and start at the beginning here, man. Iceman, my bra. Hope you're still here, brother. I don't know when you sleep. I don't know when you're awake, man. Mrs. Taharadu, thank you, sister. Thank you for coming in, man. I hope you're still here. If you are, it's gonna make sure I keep I watch my mouth. I like to do that anyway, man. I'm gonna have to do that this weekend when I go up to I'm gonna have to drop the F-bombs and fucking Chad. And Chad, man, once he gets a few in him, we're gonna have to go PG rated, I guess. Who else is in here, man? Not too many, but I shout you out. I appreciate every last one of you for coming in. My brother Carl, man, shout out to you. Skywalker, my bro, Skywalker's gonna be there in heart, man. He'd love to be there. He wants to be there, but man, with me it's a car ride, and Chad's driving. It's gonna be about 5-6 hours, maybe more. But that's a handful of blunts. And that's just a ride. That's just a nice ride. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, Skywalker, shout out to you, brother. To Matador, thank you for coming by, brother. Peace. Mick Smith. We hope so, man. We hope so. I gotta start reading these comments too. That's something. I only have 4 people in here, and I'm fucking not reading the comments. So I'm more reading the people who left the comments. Let's see, start with. I have to raise this too, because having these lights in my eyes has made me not. There we go. Yeah, that's about right there, I guess, huh? The regular way. We'll move on down there, man. We'll move on down there. Talking to each other. And here we go. You just ate 3 grams of shrooms. Oh, baby. Man, I hope you don't have to work tomorrow, Tim. But those are fun. Just remember, you're in charge. And see, psilocybin is not the heaviest of hallucinogenics. So you should be able to handle that with no problem, man. Just don't freak out, You're in control. It's only the drug. Breathe 3 times, man. Get the chi going. There you go. Pink Floyd, yep, that'll do it, bro. That'll do it. That'll make your trip a little more enjoyable. Well, always good vibes, though. Always good vibes. Pigeon's been around all day. He's a character, man. You gotta watch that guy. A true character. There we go. Of course, always blaze one up, my man. Blueberry indica. This guy's got some fucking amazing shit there, man. Amazing stuff. You guys. going to be hanging out there. I don't think I'll be staying in their hotel. See, they have a special hotel, and this is on a need-to-know basis. And they're all staying there. I don't know if I can get a room there, but I'm looking for the cheap old $65 rooms where they're probably fucking. In Rhode Island, I know it's $200 you get a place, but I got a bunch of choices. It's gonna be, it's a week of planning. Get everything ready, man. Probably get 2 rooms, bro, because fucking Mad Chat, he snores like a bear. I heard him when he nodded out on his show. So I'm gonna have to get us separate rooms here for this ordeal, man, because I don't want to be listening to a chainsaw. Again, there are certain sounds that some people just can't hear. With me, snoring is one. I cannot fucking sleep when somebody's snoring. Impossible. Me and my wife have separate bedrooms because of this. And Paula, my bro, salute to you, man. Scotty, hey, thank you for coming in here, brother. Appreciate that, man. Always supporting you, brother. Anybody here, go check out World Combat Sports. The man is a real boxing fan. He calls it like he sees it. That's the way we all should do it around here, man. So God bless my brother Scotty out there, man. All right, man. Yeah, thank you once again for coming in here. We're gonna talk about Scott Ledoux. Scott was one of the guys that like I said, I grew up with him in the 70s. He was born November 26, 2011, and he died. I don't even know when he died. I'm also going to look it up here, man. He died in 2011, November 26th. He was age 70 years old. Not much older than I am now. But Ernie Shavers had a very, very tough life, man. Very tough life. He was 19 children in his family. Imagine that, 19 children. That's what you call a good fucking family. His family moved to Denver, Colorado. His father had a job as a welder, and he took all the kids out there, man. Ron grew up in a public housing project, predominantly black in Denver, Colorado, and he was running around with gangs. He was a tough kid, man. Very, very little discipline. And at the age of 19, man, he was out of high school and he was arrested for murder, second-degree murder. And he said he didn't do it. He said he was a victim of circumstance, the wrong place at the wrong time. He didn't have the gun. He didn't do the shooting. But he was convicted of murder, and he was sentenced to 15 to 25 years in Colorado State Penitentiary. That's no joke, bro. 19 years old. Let me do another hit here, man. Let's see, Ron Lyle. He didn't even start his pro career till he was 30 years old. So we look at fighters today. We think they're getting a late start. This is one of the greatest boxers in heavyweight history, man. He didn't get his professional career going until 30 years old. His record is like a who's who of boxers in the 70s, man. While in prison, he was in a prison riot and was stabbed repeatedly. He had to get 36 blood transfusions. And then he was put into solitary confinement, and that's when he started to pay attention to his body and started to sit-ups, push-ups, squats, to get that. And from then on, he trained regularly. He just realized that he was gonna be disciplined. And at 26, he took up boxing in prison. He attended a boxing event in 1962, and he said, I can do that. And before long, he was the heavyweight champ of the Colorado Penitentiary. And they were bringing other boxers in to spar with him. And he had an amateur career. He knocked out Dwayne Bobbitt, and he was kind of a show-in to the '72 Olympics, but he chose to turn pro instead. And man, the pro career he had. Let's go through his opponents over here, man. With the help of our good friend Boxing Rec over here. You know, the first name I recognize on here is Jack O'Halloran. And who's Jack O'Halloran? Any of you guys remember the Superman movie series, Superman 1? The big guy, what was his name? Zod? No, it wasn't Zod. Zod was the general. But anyway, this was that big guy with the black beard. That was Jack O'Halloran, his former professional boxer. And that was one of his first victories, a name that I recognized in the Ring magazines back in the day. Thank you, Skywalker, bro. Dude, I listen to jazz. Well, see, when I was doing the psychedelics, I was more into the Grateful Dead and the fucking Traffic and Stevie Winwood and Cream, Eric Clapton, shit like that. It wasn't until after. This is the kind of music I used to listen to when I was doing a lot of coke. That's when I really appreciated it. Always the weed, but when I had my crazy coke year of 1978, that's when I was listening to jazz, nothing but jazz back then. But I can dig it, bro. I can dig it. When I was doing the hallucinogens, it wouldn't be a good trip without the acid unless I was outside at a fucking lake with a broad or something, man. It's not. I wasn't a guy to sit around and look at the pretty colors. Unless there were fireworks going off outside, man. And I often said to myself, because around here, 4th of July, you get a lot of fireworks going on and some shit, If I had a psychedelic, like a mushroom, but then I snapped myself back to reality again. But, getting back to reality, getting back to our boxing over here, man. Ron Lyle, great heavyweight in the 70s. His biggest win, 1972, his first win, breakout victory over Buster Mathis. Buster Mathis was a great heavyweight, had a 30-3 record at the time. And I talked about Joe Frazier today. Today's an anniversary of Joe Frazier winning the Olympic gold medal in Tokyo in 1964. And Joe wouldn't have even been in the finals if Buster Mathis didn't pull out with a broken thumb. Joe Frazier had the broken thumb, but he taped it and said, fuck it. Got back in the ring, won the gold medal. That was Joe Frazier. Buster Mathis, can't take anything away from him, but Ron Lyle, he knocked out Buster Mathis in the second round back in 1972. And that was his, that's when people said this is going to be a big thing. That's when Ring Magazine was ranking him in their top 10. And people were on the looking for this fucking warrior, Buster Mathis. After that, he took on Larry Middleton, big name at the time, beat him, knocked him out early. Then he went for Jerry Quarry. Quarry, another big heavyweight in the 70s, man. He lost that fight. That was his second loss, but it was a big loss. D-Ray, my brother, shout out, man. Peace, bro. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you listening, man. Good to see my bro D-Ray over here, man. See him everywhere, man. I'm sure he's got an opinion about this crazy situation going on in Nebraska. He's the Nebraska, the main man over there, man. He's the master of Nebraska. He runs boxing up there, so pay attention to D-Ray. And yeah, man, the Jerry Quarry setback, that was in Madison Square Garden, November 9th, 1973. Bruce Gas was around then. See, that would put another boxer in a little tizzy But see, 2 months later, he was back in the ring with a victory over journeyman Bob Stallings. Fought Gregorio Peralta, a boxer from Italy. He fought George Foreman, who has over 100 professional fights. Won a unanimous decision. Jose Luis Garcia, a reputable name. Jurgen Blin, a Muhammad Ali victim. Larry Middleton again. Gregorio Peralta again, man. See, these fighters didn't mind mixing it up with twice. If there was a doubt, a close decision, let's roll it back. And then there was that fight with Oscar Bonavina. Oscar, we talk about Oscar all the time, man. Oscar's one of the fucking toughest of them all, man. From Argentina. He beat Oscar, unanimous decision. Then he went on to beat former world heavyweight champion Jimmy Ellis with a unanimous decision. Boone Kirkman. Then he lost a decision to an up-and-coming journeyman, 13-4 with 2 draws, by the name of Jimmy Young. And anybody who knows boxing knows Jimmy Young, man. Jimmy Young gave Muhammad Ali hell. Some people say he beat Muhammad Ali. But anyway, man, he lost a unanimous decision to Jimmy Young. Strangely enough, after that, he got his shot at Muhammad Ali. Had a hell of a fight with Muhammad Ali. He was actually ahead of Muhammad Ali on two of the 3 cards and tied on the other. But anyway, he got knocked out by Muhammad Ali in the 11th round of a 15-round fight. So he gets his world title shot, and this was his for the WBA and WBC by the greatest Muhammad Ali in 1975 when Ali was beatable. And Ali knocked him out, which was kind of shocking. He then went on to have a fucking fight that we all remember, man. This was a very, very interesting. Let's see if I can pull this one up, man. This was I call this one the original phone booth war. The original phone booth war. This was against possibly the hardest puncher at the time. This was called the Battle of the Hardest Punches. Who was the #1 knockout artist? But this was a battle of 2 killer heavyweights. William Old School on that. Salute, my brother. Thank you for coming by, man. Peace to you, bro. I'm just talking about Ron Lyle over here, man. Ron Lyle from Convict to Contender to Convict again. He had a crazy, violent career, man. He was acquitted. He was let out of prison after he was paroled, and it was funny because he became a very respected, very, very popular boxer while still in prison. But you have to have a job to be paroled, and boxing was not considered a job. That wasn't considered gainful employment. So the sponsors of the league that he was boxing in, it was actually a boxing league. I think it was the IFL, kind of like the NFL, but along those same lines. They wanted to get interstate boxing teams. It didn't work out. There was an idea that was, I don't know, way either before or behind its time. But anyway, he ended up getting the owner of it gave him a job as a welder, put him down as a welder, so he had employment, so he was paroled. And then he got his he started his professional career, without much of an amateur career. He He didn't want to wait around. He just read you some of the names that he had on that amazing career. And now it's 1975. And he's up there against Ernie Shavers. Hey, Norris, how you doing, my brother? Shout out to you, man. Big up Ron Lyle. You got that right, brother. You got that right, man. Yeah, him and George was an awesome fight. I'm gonna play you the fight that happened before George, man. This one, I don't know if you've seen this one before, brother, but this is gonna be interesting, man. It's worth sticking around for. This was I saw this fight and I said, man, they didn't need a referee in this fight. No referee needed. And this is the first round, man. We're gonna see it. We're gonna start right from the beginning here. We got Ron Lyle, red trunks, Ernie Shavers, the blue trunks. Ernie Shavers has hair on his head. And both of these guys knockout punches, man. Both of these guys are killers. Ernie Shavers is 49-4-1. Let's have, I don't know how many knockouts he's got in that record, but I'm sure 90+% of those are knockouts. But man, you can see Ron Lyle is doing most of the boxing. Ernie Shavers is trying to stalk him. And boom, look at Shavers with that right hand. Looks like he's got bricks in those fists, man. This fight was at in Denver, Colorado. Ernie Shavers went into Ron Lyle's hometown. The approval was the baddest. It was in September 13th, 1975. Look at Ernie Shavers, man. Ernie Shavers is unloading. Big right hands, big left hooks. This is some killer shit, man. And they do not step back. This is infighting. You don't see any holding going on here. You see both fighters with their elbows in, man, their gloves up, just blasting away. There we go. A little bit of holding. The referee's coming in. I think that's the first time I've seen him. He breaks him up with what he can do with his pinky fingers, man. Ron Lyle's trying to put the pressure on Shavers now. He's got Shavers in the corner. Digging to the body, digging downstairs. I don't think Shavers likes his back against the ropes, man. He doesn't look very comfortable there. He's weaving and bobbing. This is where Lyle wants him, man. Fans are on their feet. Ron Lyle, the hometown hero here. Hey, RD, what's up with you, brother? Glad you could stop in, my man. Sunday night, unwinding, kicking back, watching some fucking great fights of yesteryear. See, this was the precursor to George Foreman and Ron Lyle. Oh, this is, I think if Shavers had won this fight, well, I don't want to say who won or who lost it, but seeing as how it is Ron Lyle night in here, I'm not going to show a fight that Ron Lyle loses. But that was must be ghosts. That was a great round one, man. There's no feeling out with these guys. This was heavyweight fighting at its finest. If you like phone booth warfare, hey, Derek Clark, brother. Shout out to you, my man. Glad you could come in here. Yeah, man. These guys must have cement in those wraps because both of them had knockout power, advantage in speed for Lyle, advantage in power for Shavers. But man, this is if you've never seen this fight, you're gonna enjoy yourself. This is a nice fun fight to watch, and you gotta remember these guys are both around 220 pounds, throwing each other around here. You know, cruiserweights by today's standards. But then again, man, you know, Usyk size. So I guess heavyweight, you know, once you're that big, it all depends on the bone density, your center of gravity, how coordinated you are. Because when you're a big man like that, I don't care how big the dude is. You hit him on the chin, and they're gonna go for it. They're gonna be short-circuited for a second or two. But yeah, Ron Lyle's trying to do a little bit of boxing in center ring. But I don't think Ron likes that. I think Ron wants to get back in the phone booth over here, man. That's my dime in there, man. No, that's my dime. Let's fight for it. Yeah, some outside work over here, some jabbing. And it's funny, Ron Lyle, man. He had a career that lasted for 24 years, man, from 1971 to 1995. But there was a but in there. He took I think 15 years off after the Jerry Cooney fight in 1980. He came back. He came back at 54 years old. He had his last fight. He wanted to get a fight with George Foreman, and when that didn't fall through, he took on 4 no names, made himself a little payday. Realized how hard it was, how those 50-year-old bones don't get up so easily in the morning. And and there goes Ron Lyle. Did you see that fucking left hook from Ernie Shavers? Ow! Looks like Lyle's out on his feet. Referee's counting. I think Ron Lyle is saved by the bell. He's gone back to the wrong corner. Or has he gone back to the right corner? I don't even know, man. I need to be saved by the bell. But that was Ernie decking Ron at the end of the round. The bell saving Ron over here, man. And here we go, man. The start of the 3rd round. Getting back in the phone booth, man. They're gonna start slugging it again, like Vito Antifermo and Hagler here. Look at Ernie. Ernie knows it. He's still groggy. He still doesn't have any legs underneath him. Ernie's trying to rip shots upstairs and downstairs. Look at this, man. Oh, Ron Lyle against the ropes, absorbing those punches. He's trying to rope-a-dope, man. This is after the Rumble in the Jungle, so rope-a-dope was a thing. They knew about it, and I don't think you're gonna rope-a-dope with Ernie Shavers, man. That's a guy who could break your arms, break your elbows. And the Lord knows if he gets inside with one of those punches. Real stuff, though, man. Real stuff. Sneaker, is that what it is? Sneaker? Sneeko, salute, brother, sister. Thank you for coming by. Hey, how you doing, man? I appreciate the entree. I don't think I've seen you here before. Maybe I have. I forget. Yeah, you must have been here before. I gave you a wrench. Bunny, how you doing? Here we go, man. Ron Lyle. Shavers has got Ron Lyle against the ropes. He's pummeling on him again over here, man. And here goes Ron Lyle. Ron Lyle's firing off the ropes. I mean, talk about a war. Woo. Oh, Shavers, man. Arguably the hardest puncher in heavyweight history. Against another fucking knockout artist over here, man. This is like who lands first. But yet they both have great chins in this fight, man. This is something that Jerry Cooney would last about a round in if it was in his prime. Cooney obviously knocked out Ron Lyle in 1 round. But here we go, against the ropes. Look at these guys. They don't need a ring, man. All they need is a freaking sandbox. like you hit me, I'll hit you. This was the precursor, like I said, to the elevator fight with George Foreman and Ron Lyle. Hey, Oscar, how you doing, brother? We're looking at Ernie Shavers, looking like he's trying to take charge of the corner over here. Lyle looks like he's being held up by the ropes, man. Ernie Shavers is unloading on Ron Lyle. Wow. Uppercuts, overhand rights, left hooks, digging to the body, digging to the head. I mean, that has to be 15, 20 unanswered punches there. This looks like it's at the end of the line for Ron over here, man. Come on, Ron, let's go. Throw some punches. And that was a feeble right hand. Another right hand. It looks like he might have got Shavers' attention there. Oh, an uppercut, an overhand right. Now Ernie Shavers is holding on a little here, man. Wow, talk about coming out of the fire. And Lyle is standing on his feet and he's throwing punches now. Lyle is the man who's doing the initiating here. Looks like Shavers might have punched himself out, which he's notoriously famous for. Shavers holding on, man. He's using that famous ollie behind the head. Trying to keep Ron Lyle's. Oh! Both of them landed simultaneously there, man. I think they're both holding on there, taking a little break, saying, what's going on here, man? I just had an explosion. And here we go. They're in the center ring slugging now. Ron Lyle with combinations. Ron Lyle's got Shavers against the ropes. He's unloading on a freaking Ernie Shavers with half a head of hair going on. Oh, Lyle, Shavers walks right into a fucking right hand. Lyle's taking charge over here, man. The end of the round. Wow. Punch stat, where are you? Amazing amount of punches. That was only the fourth round, man. The fourth round. What a contest. What a fight. And these guys are just going at each other. No defense. Like you said, Nick Smith. Shavers doesn't have any. Lyle doesn't have any. They're just going into each other. 100% offense. Kill or be killed. Referee, one of the few times he has to spread them apart. And there goes Ernie Shavers trying to get some life in those legs, man. They're not very big legs you would expect for somebody Shavers' size. Mr. Pigeon live too. Hey, what the fuck, man? This is YouTube. I'm surprised Pigeon's not sharing my show. He does that a lot. And here we are, man. Here we are. They're back in center ring. We've got Ron Lyle pushing Ernie Shavers against the ropes, unloading, trying to unload. They're both very tired. You can tell right now, man. They're not like they were in the first few rounds. Both of these guys have unloaded the bombs here. No, that's not. I don't think that's Davey Pearl, man. I doubt. Let me see who the ref is in here. The referee is Joe Ulama. Joe Ulama. Never heard of the guy. Let me see if he's got any kind of a way to know anything about him. So yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. We can find out about Joe Ulama in here. Let's check his thing over here. See, I am blessed over here, man. I've got 3 screens in front of me. Inactive referee, 1957 to 1975. He's from Colorado because he's refereed a lot of Ron Lyle fights. Armando Munez, Sonny Liston, Zora Foley, Joey Gardello. The man's been there with some of the best. Willie Bazanoff. He's refereed some good fights, man. So this Joe Ulmer knows what he's doing, man. He's been around for a while. Anyway, it's not Davey Pearl, but like I said, I'm very fortunate, man. I have my StreamYard in front of me, the fight over here, and I've got box rec on this one over here. So I mean, I'm lodging in charge, bro. I'm in fucking 5G over here. So that's why, man. You come over here, the technical bullshit's not gonna fuck us up, man. It's all human error. But here we go, man. This awesome fight going on. Oh, and here we go. Shavers is trying to unload Lyle, not taking a backward step, man. Shavers goes back on his heels, and there they go in center ring, man. Nice shot by fucking by Ron Lyle. 2 Ernie Shavers, man. And the round is over. And here we go, man. This is some killer shit, man. Coming up to the beginning of the 6th round. Yeah, these girls, they wear too much clothes in there, man. That's not the ring card girls we like, man. I mean, Baumgartner had a more revealing outfit than that girl does. She looked like what's her name? Fucking Dale Evans. Oh, look at this, man. Ron Lyle is crumbling Ernie Shavers in the ropes. Shavers is getting hammered. Shavers is not going to get up from this. No fucking way. Face first planted. No fucking way. Whoa. Whoa. If he gets up from that, that's it, man. That fight's over. Killer fight, man. Killer fight. See if we can watch some of the highlights over here. We'll keep it on for a little bit. Then there's another one I want to show you. But yep, Ernie is out, planted face first. I don't know if that's the first time he ever got beaten like that. I know he's been knocked out before. Jerry Cooney knocked him out in the Jerry Quarry knocked him out in the first round. And that was here we go. I think we're gonna show that again. Bang! Oh, he nails Lyle. He nails Lyle with a tremendous overhand right. Lyle he's got a cement chin, man. Yeah, man. Ron Lyle is unloading on Shavers. Now he's landing big punches, unanswered punches. Shavers isn't doing too much to absorb these ward off these punches, except take them off his head. Hey, Mr. Doc, bro. Oh, you're backstage? Shit, man. I'm sorry, man. Here's my buddy, Mr. Doc, over here. What's happening?
I apologize, sir, for being this late. I didn't expect to be this late, man.
How long you been back there, bro?
Oh, only maybe a minute or two. I saw the link and I didn't even see if you were live. I just hit the link and hoped. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I hope he's still there. You know what I mean?
Doc, I've been having a blast over here, man. Fucking awesome shit going on. We're just about at the end. Well, we are at the end. We're just watching the highlights of the of Shavers and Lyle here, man. And dude, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you know about the great career of Ron Lyle?
Oh well, he was a late starter by necessity because, as we know, he served time in the Colorado State Penitentiary. I believe in Denver. I can't remember if it was Denver or Boulder. One of those two.
Colorado State Prison in Denver.
Yeah. I always mix up because it's like he was either from Denver and the penitentiary was in Boulder, or the other way around. I get them mixed up.
Yeah, from Denver, native of Denver.
Yep. But it was.
His family moved.
Okay, so I think So I think the penitentiary must have been in Boulder or probably near it. You know what I mean? Anyways, and it was for what do they call it? Second degree manslaughter.
Second degree fucking murder.
Yeah, man. Yeah, today they'd probably call it manslaughter, I think. But
Yeah.
but nonetheless, yeah. And then he got shanked in prison, which is a great story. That he's told where he said the prison doctor fought for, if the prison doctor easily could have just been like, hey man, this is, there's no saving this guy because he did it. I guess the guy that shanked him hit an artery. And he in that I can't remember what documentary it is, right? But Ron Lyle names the doctor by name. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You could tell he's kept this guy's name in his head for the rest of his life ever after that. If you get what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
So that, so right there, and then then I think after that's when he got into the boxing program. And here's an interesting side note, Bruce. It's funny, we don't have that anymore. We don't have the prison boxing program, right? Guess which program they did? I used to have links and everything for this, right? I used to be Johnny on the spot. But you can don't take my word for it. You can Google it if you want. They did a study once out of all the various prison programs that were aimed at reducing recidivism. Right. For those that don't know, that means, coming back to prison, going out, committing more crime. Guess what program had the most reliably positive impact on recidivism?
We know.
The boxing program, bud. And wouldn't you know which one's missing today?
We know. That was the one way you can't, it was just, it brought out character. It changed the lives of so many famous boxers who came out of that system from, Sonny Liston right on down, man. But
I remember in the 80s, I remember it like being it didn't seem out of the ordinary. Like I want to say at least 3 or 4 times they had fights where it was in like a prison somewhere.
You're talking about Rahway State Penitentiary with James Scott, that late heavyweight.
Bruce Gas, my man.
He fought Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. He beat him, and that's how he became famous. And then they had guys like Jerry Celestine that went in there. And anyway, that was Dwight Muhammad Quali ended up going there and beating him. But they wanted to basically let him out of jail. He was a celebrity behind bars, man, James Scott. That was a hell of a time back in the 70s, I think it was. Wasn't it 70s or 80s?
I want to say it was probably late 70s and into the early 80s, no?
Yeah, right, yes. Right at that time, man. Yep, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. That was a very, very hot time for boxing.
Man, sorry, we got way off in the weeds there, but it's interesting. I just thought that was all interesting information. I hope you think so.
Oh man, yeah. Well, see, everything that you're kind of telling me right now. If we go back to the beginning of the show, that's what I was talking about. But you're making. No. See, you're making sure everything I said's not bullshit. There's no conflict over here. We're on the same level. I'm fucking styling and profiling. Hey, listen to this, man. I was talking to my boy Brian. Tim's with us. Tim's event coordinator, Witherspoon's event coordinator, and we're getting the thing set up for me and Chad to go down there this weekend. And I got to see if Mad Chad. I don't think he can make it on a Friday, so we're gonna go Saturday and come back on a Sunday. But if we can go there on a Friday, there's gonna be a Legends dinner.
Oh wow!
There's only 300 seats available, but I was checking it out. You can look at it right now on their website. The place is called Stone Fight Casino, and as I was looking at it, it went from 300 to 135 seats left. That's how fast they're going, and it's only announced today. This is next Friday, but it's a dinner, and the next day they're having fights. They're having live fights, and they're gonna have like a meet and greet, a freaking autograph session, a place where guys like us are going to be doing our YouTube shows, man. We're going to be fucking talking to all of them. He was telling me the names today, man. Fucking the heavyweights, Mike Tyson, he's the headliner, but Mitch Green's going to be there. You watch, Doc. I'm going to be in the middle of Mitch Green and Mike Tyson.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's so awesome.
And from what I understand, some big internet sports company wants to do this, take credit for it, And Witherspoon's his fucking company is trying to get the thing going, and they want me to moderate it. So we'll see what happens, man. It's like
Hey! This is what that is. That's the residue of your hard work, man. You deserve it. And congratulations on reaping what you sow. I mean that, dude. That is so awesome to see. You're a great example. You're a great example, sir.
Well, it's definitely something that would be on my bucket list, and I'm just so glad we could do it. Hey, Dick Justice, bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to you.
Right on. So where were we? We were talking about Ron Lyle. Where we left off with
Ron
Shavers,
Lyle,
right?
Ron Lyle, bro. The fucking guy.
We got off into the
We just showed that great fight he had with Ernie Shavers.
Mm-hmm.
He won. He took that fight, man. And then his career went on after that. He had the elevator fight with George Foreman. How can we not talk about that?
Oh gosh, that's the best stare down in boxing history. I don't care what anybody says. You're going to be hard pressed. Maybe Tommy Hearns and Hagler. You know what I mean? But I mean that's how serious this stare down is, people. This is like, and you can and there's like you can hear it in the crowd, Bruce.
Let me find some highlights from that.
As long as the highlights include the stare down.
Oh yeah, that was one of the greatest stare downs in history. We might be in luck here.
Well, and like you say, people knew Ron Lyle for what he was a known quantity, and as Howard Cosell said, if Ron Lyle can do any one thing, he can punch. And yeah, like I said, that anyway, as soon as you see that stare down, you're like, oh man.
The old fucking decapitating of Joe Frazier, but man, he was a stone cold motherfucker.
Woo-hoo, poor Shavers.
He had three trainers there.
Well, sorry, Bruce. Here it is.
You're right. Yeah, this is the stare down.
Look at that, guys.
and then Lyle wins it. George kind of is like, whoo,
Yeah. Whoa, look at that rookie Ron. He means business. Now, Lyle was a better boxer than a lot of people would probably give him credit for. He actually was a pretty, you know what I mean?
He was giving Ali fits when he fought Ali.
Yep.
Oh! George is holding on for dear life.
Yep. Dude, he hit George so hard that his trunks are falling off.
I've got it here.
Sorry.
No, that little saying right there.
Yeah.
We have that. We have that on. Oh, no problem, man.
Now, see, what I like about this is you also see George himself. His boxing skills from this year are underrated. Look at the way he gets that uppercut in, and the way he you know what I mean. The way he gets angles and stuff. This isn't, you know what I mean. What do you call it? A crude swinging washerwoman, as Ali might have said.
Yeah. The Mummy.
Yeah, that's what we call him, the Mummy.
And this was after that fight. This is after George had that spectacle with 5 boxers in Toronto.
Yeah. Look at Lyle trying to use the shell. Look at Lyle trying to use the shell and the shoulder ropers. Oh, and another stare down. Look at that. Look at Lyle. Well, you got to think at that point in his life, nothing's going to scare him, right?
Oh, fuck no, man. Are you kidding? He ran his wife off the road. Fucking took 2 shots at her. And the same woman, he threw her out a fucking 2nd-story window, bro. I mean, he's a cold. I was talking one night on my Tuesday night gig that I do. I had Nate Campbell on there, and Nate said, He met Ron Lyle in Denver, and he says he was cold as ice.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, look at man, they goes
Yeah.
down the elevator fight. Yeah, he said, man, this was a man who you could tell his soul was ice.
You could, in other words, it was very obvious that the time that he'd spent had affected his world. You know, the way he viewed the world.
You can kind of tell just by looking at his face. You go look at some of his old pictures, and even his latter pictures. But and there he goes. Foreman knocks Lyle down. Goes Lyle.
Yep. And I believe the two knockdowns we're looking at were in the same round. Oh, look at this! And then Foreman going for the kill. It looks like,
Yeah, and then all of a sudden.
Oh! They'd stop it today, wouldn't they? Oh, look! Oh! He staggered him. Look, Foreman's knees went. Body shot. Oof.
Oh, when George goes down, it's hard to believe he gets up. He goes right on his fucking shoulder. Watch when Foreman gets knocked down.
Yep. Oh, no. Watch real close there, Bruce. Watch real close. Watch. He leaves a splotch of. Look at you see that? The splotch he left on the mat. No. I swear that. Okay. When he picks his face up, there's a splotch on the mat underneath it, straight out of Bloodsport. It's straight out of a scene in Bloodsport. Let's see if they show it. There we go. Okay, now watch when he gets his face up. But damn, it didn't show it. Damn.
I'll watch it next time, though. I know.
Yeah. Well, like we always say, there's always some, you know what I mean, something new to see.
Yeah, every time. Shit, I was watching Bobby Chacon and fucking over at Mad Chad's. We were watching Chacon and Lamone again. Tim was over there with us, you know, Tim Skywalker. And,
right on.
And I saw stuff in that. I must have watched that fight 5 times in the last 2 years. But yet, there's always something you can see about it. I thought fucking Lamone was kicking his ass most of the fight.
Right.
Here we go, man. George has got him against the ropes.
Ron Lyle bobblehead time again.
That one he doesn't get up from.
Yeah, no, take it out. He's going to give him the count even. I love it. Oh, these were the days. He gets down on his knee even. Yeah, fair and square. Oh! No, but hey, what a warrior. Look, he falls over. I mean, funny, right? But he fell over doing what? Trying to get up. He fell over trying to get up, right? There's something to be said for that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he's a warrior. I remember he was trained by a guy named Chicky Ferrara. And he was
used to work in Muhammad Ali's corner. Chicky Ferrara. Sorry, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, notorious shady character, and who always argue, jump in there when a referee stops a fight too early, and then he had Bobby Lewis who trained him. He was another one in there.
That's another famous name, Bobby Lewis. Yeah.
And Sam Borman. Now I think that was his last trainer. I think that's the guy who handled him in the fight we just saw. But
now that name's familiar, but I can't place. I feel like I've heard that name. What's that? Was it Borman? Sam what?
Sam Borman. Yeah, I heard him mention it during an interview. He mentioned Chicky Ferrara. He goes, no, I mean Sam Borman, because he didn't get along with trainers. He got bounced around every few years. It would be too much. And
yeah. Ironically, Chicky was the one in the corner when he fought Ali. Which I say ironic because he was in Ali's corner. In fact, he nowadays they didn't have this term back then, but he photobombs Johnny Addy, the ring announcer, right, during the first Ali Frazier fight. He kind of just if you go back and watch it, right, during when Addy's getting ready to have the microphone thing come down and announce everything to the crowd, right? You see Chicky Ferrara kind of just lurk in the background. It's like, and I swear you get the sense he knew that this was a historic moment, and he wanted to make sure he was in the picture, so to speak.
Well, he definitely. I mean, when they stopped that Ali fight, he went crazy. He went, "What are you stopping your fight for? What the?" But this fight here, man, this is one of our favorite journeymen, and it was kind of towards the. It wasn't with Lyle in his prime. He was not that he stopped fighting, but we know this character, bro.
Oh man,
yeah. Always gave us a good time. Always gave us a good fight.
Dude, you underrated. He has some underrated classics. The Leon Spinks fight, Scott Ledoux. The Kenny Norton Ledoux fight, underrated. I know you watched that the other day, for example. I know there's a few others like that. He was in some slugfest. He also got his ass whipped a few times. But,
yeah. But I mean, dude, remember reading his resume? Hey, Mr. P, what's happening, brother? Mr. P is a man of honor here, man. He's going to be fighting Brian Hodkin coming on, man. two tough warriors, man, coming out of retirement. This should be something.
Yeah, see, look at the age of Lyle. Where I was going with when I started talking about him being a Brit, he was a late starter in terms of his professional career, as a consequence. 37 there, for example. See, yeah. So he was by the time he was fighting Ali, if memory serves, he was already in his early to mid 30s.
Hey Doc, I gotta put the dog out, man.
Okay, sir.
Wing it for me, will you?
I'll just do some basic play-by-play here. Here we go. Scott Ledoux swinging wild. Nothing so far. Lyle having a look. Lyle looking a little reluctant to pull the trigger. Ledoux trying to get that right hand into the body. There's that referee. Oh man, I can't remember the ref's name. Bruce will probably remember it. That's the ref from the Thrilla in Manila rep in this fight here. Yeah. So I got to be honest. So far, Lyle, look at his age a little bit. What little I've seen that's gone on has been Ledoux occasionally hitting him with the odd jab. I don't know what you people in the chat think. Nice left hook to the body there by Ledoux, actually. Yeah, see, Lyle tries to get his jab going, but again, it just seems to be reluctant to pull the trigger. They're right on cue. He pops a few jabs in a row, but doesn't follow up. Able to make Ledoux miss, though. Like I said, underrated boxer Ron Lyle is clearly a better boxer than Ledoux. But age definitely is catching up to him here. Ledoux trying to jab to the body. See, he hit him with a jab. Oh, sneaky uppercut by Ledoux there, actually. And again with the sneaky left hook to the body by Ledoux and a jab. Oh, and a 1-2. It's definitely a Ledoux round here. Here we go. Oh, they jump right to round 2. Here we go. Yeah, even at this stage, Lyle's still the better boxer, trying to just keep giving him angles and throw the jab. But yeah, so far to me, this is as much Lyle versus Father Time as it is Lyle versus Ledoux. Are you back, Bruce Gas?
Now I am, yes.
All right. Yeah, what do you think? So far to me, like I said, my comment was this is as much Ron Lyle against Father Time as it is Lyle against Ledoux.
Yeah, this was the tail end of his career.
Yeah,
of not his active career.
Right.
Because like
Yeah,
I said, he came back, as we know. But this was the fight that he had just before. Oh shit, man! We're going to the. What the fuck? Where am I here? Do I have the right? Just before Jerry Cooney. You know, he got knocked out by Lynn Ball. You remember that one, man?
No, actually, I don't. I was not aware. That's one.
Yeah,
that's one I've missed. That's one I've missed. Right on.
Yeah, Lynn Ball. You remember him, man? He was an up and coming heavyweight, but he became a journeyman. He fought some of the best, and he got beat. But he let me pop his record up here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up with a 17-7 record. Let me see that. He fought like Michael Dokes. He fought George Chaplin. He fought Jose Luis Gonzalez. He fought Jody Ballard, Marty Monroe, Ron Lyle, Harry Terrell, Larry Alexander. You know, he was a name on the up and coming heavyweights to look for back in the late '70s in Ring Magazine.
Okay. Lynn Ball. Let's see. I just found it. Sorry. Very short career by the standards of that era, man. 24 fights.
76 to 82. Now, you know, like you said, man, freaking 6-year career, very short in the nose. Hey, Beth Lily, salute, sister. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Here, we're watching some heavyweight boxing, my sister. Listening to some heavyweight jazz, smoking some heavyweight weed.
That's what I need here. I need taking.
Me too, Doc. Me too. In fact, I'm here again. I'll put my camera back on so everybody can see my pretty face here. Show them that I'm not bullshitting when I say I'm smoking some good weed over here and enjoying some good boxing. So I got my lighting tuned in right. I gotta fix this light over here, man. Bugging the hell out of me. There we go. Just about. Okay, man. Yeah, this. See, Ledoux gets knocked through the ropes. I don't think they called it a knockdown, did they?
Oh, yeah, it looked like they did.
Knocking him back again.
Oh, yeah, uppercut, yeah.
Scott Ledoux surprised me in this fight.
He was, dude. He would. That was the thing about Ledoux, right? You'd see him fight somebody like, say, Larry Holmes, right? And you would not think in a million years that guy has a chance against like an up and coming gold medalist like Leon Spinks, right? Even you know what I mean?
He fights into a draw.
Yeah, exactly. Even an aged Ron Lyle, like you can see in spots, like there early on while you were away, there were spots where you could clearly see Ron Lyle's like way better boxer than Ledoux.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But part of his time, skills. He's just a brawler, and Leon Spinks was never in the ring with a guy like that before. He just what the fuck is this, man? This is
and then another. You'd have the other side of the coin, the Greg Page fight. Like Greg Page, he made Greg Page look like $1 million. Greg Page looked like $1 million against Scott Ledoux. Nobody did that to Scott Ledoux. I mean, not even Larry. I mean, styled on him the way Greg Page styled on him. That was on the undercard of Ali Perfect.
Perfect. Yep.
I think Shavers fought on that too against somebody. Can't remember who. But anyways, I was going somewhere with that.
Yeah,
Damn it.
The fourth round of this fight, man.
But yeah, Ledoux was always surprising. He was always hot and cold.
Carlos Padilla, another blast from the past Hall of Fame referee.
I was just saying to the people, you're God. That's the guy. I couldn't remember his name, and I said, I bet Bruce will remember. That's the guy from The Thrill in Manila.
Yeah, that's him, man. And he's a Filipino himself. That's where he's from. He was that's probably where they picked him up. They said, this guy's such a good referee, man. Let's get him in the United States.
Well, yeah, because he ended up doing a lot of big fights after that. He did the first Leonard Duran, if memory serves.
Phil, I want to say something about your phone, bro. I was hearing a lot of crackling in it when you were doing your show earlier tonight, man. So if you want to check it out, man, we'll let you come in here and see what you can do with it. We'll be in Doc will listen to you for a minute or two. Right? It'll be our pleasure, bro. Let me find how I can do this here. Invite, okay, yeah. They got it all fixed up differently here, man. There you go, Dick Justice. If you want to come up here for a minute or two or three or an hour, whatever, man, you're more than welcome. We ain't doing nothing. We're just watching some fucking fights by the great Ron Lyle, man.
Yep. Ron.
Doc, he got arrested again, man. You knew about that one too, right? Back in the fucking 90s, he shot his old sparring partner from fucking jail, man. An old fucking...
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? Is my connection okay?
Yes, it is, darling. You sound wonderful.
What's up? What's up, Pidge?
Hey, Doc, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can.
Hey, Pigeon, you're coming in perfect right now, man. That new phone of yours is unbelievable.
Yep.
Can you hear me okay? Oh, well, maybe. What about when I put my face on? Can you still hear me okay with my face on? Yes.
No problem whatsoever.
Well, there you go.
There you go, bro. You're styling and profiling. In charge of the YouTube boxing community with high-tech equipment. You must have that fucking new fucking H44, the fucking $1,500 phone going on, man, you know?
No, this is a Chinese phone for $100. I lost my phone on Saturday, which was an expensive phone. So I bought this Dick Justice phone. I bought this Dick Justice phone. Obviously it works, so
hey,
can you hear me okay then?
Perfectly.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, sounds fine.
Oh wow. I'm quite shocked. Can you hear me say that? I said can you hear that?
You're quite shocked.
Oh my god. So forget it. It does work. It works. Oh
yeah, I do. Yes, and Lyle's old in this fight, man. Yeah, he
hey, look at Scott Ledoux.
Attention, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, easy with the jab.
He is. Lyle is starting to warm up a little bit. It seems like, you know what I mean. They say that sometimes the older fighters, if they can last into like say the third, fourth, fifth round, they kind of, you know what I mean. They warm up. I don't know what a more better term would be. But yeah, you can see it in Lyle right now. He's finally got a bit of a sweat going. You know what I mean. He's kind of got the kinks worked out. He's still getting hit, but he's landing a lot more punches.
I think this fight,
and he's letting his hands go a lot better. And this is a great action fight.
Yeah, Scott Ledoux, I don't think he ever looked better. Well, yeah, he has looked better, but he's definitely not. He's not putting that up for any shame in here.
Yep. Like Kenny Norton would be maybe the argument. Maybe the Kenny Norton fight would be the other time he maybe looked this good.
Yeah. That was a cool fight to watch. That was fun.
Another example of a fight. Even though Norton was considered old, right? Nobody thought he was going to put up the kind of fight he did against Norton, even an advanced age Norton.
I wonder why Norton and Lyle never got together.
Ooh, what a fight!
I think he knocks Lyle or Norton out. I think Norton gets knocked out.
I'm so happy. I just want to say I'm so happy that my phone's working. I'm so happy. Wow.
It's amazing how a little thing like that will make the fucking day for you, you know?
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't shut my phone. I couldn't shut my screen down without shutting the phone down. I like to go walking. I like to put some tunes on, put the phone in the pocket, and listen to fucking jazz one day, blues the next day, country, western, whatever. And I couldn't do it anymore. And I was so bummed out. My friend came down. You're all set. You made my fucking life so much better with that. You know, it's like amazing what a little thing like that will do for you.
How come we're speaking though from the other side of the world? I find it strange.
Technology, bro. I know. I used to have a girl, and she got deported. She had to go to England, and I used to call her for the first year. It used to cost me $1 a minute to talk to her on the telephone.
You dirty bugger! We all know what you was after. We all know what you was after.
The same thing we're all after. It's
pretty much.
You say it like that means something.
No, dude, listen, man. She came to this country with another guy.
Mr. Ducky.
She came to this country with another guy, and then she was by herself, and I ran into her. I'm with her for about 7-8 months, and all of a sudden she gets this letter saying, you have been deported. You must leave the country by. Well, they had like a hearing first of all. You had to go to Boston.
Oh God, really?
This guy, and there was no way out of it. You're in this country. You're not going to talk your way out of it. She well, let's get a lawyer. I said, don't waste your fucking money. You ain't going to get. She wanted to. I ended up spending $500 for an immigration lawyer. All they did, they gave her a 3-month extension, and then she got deported. They took her passport, and I said I would have paid for her to come back, but she couldn't do it, and I couldn't understand why not. But hey, that's the way it went. And like I said, we're talking about the fucking communications. We're talking like we're talking over the bar. I'd call her. It would cost $1 a minute. I'd be what the fuck? I had my phone shut off, so I couldn't pay the phone bill. That's how bad it was.
I had a phone bill in the 1980s from Paris. I was on the phone back to England. Paris. How much do you think my phone bill was for a month?
I don't know, man.
$500 on the phone. And I was only on the phone for 10 minutes a day. Boom, 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 boom. And
wow.
Yeah.
I'd come home drunk and I'd call her about midnight. She'd be getting up. And I'd be fucking talking. And then I wouldn't realize I get the phone bill, fucking $389. What the fuck?
You must have liked it, though, to be fair.
Of course, man. I don't go with anybody I don't like. But, hey, it's life. It wasn't meant to be. I'm glad it didn't happen because I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And, hey, man, who the fuck... Right?
Where was she from in England? Where was she from?
I think was it Dorchester or Droylsden?
Droylsden. I know where you mean. Yeah, I know exactly.
I have some letters and stuff. I could tell you. I could even give you a name.
Nice.
Maybe you can try to go look it up sometime.
But tell us now. Okay, Pigeon. Tell us what kind of women come out of that area.
They're quite nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, she was Italian. She was English, but she was Italian heritage.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Droylsden. Yeah, I can imagine she was a nice lady. So yeah.
Very refined. I couldn't believe how refined she was.
Yeah.
She was a fucking slutty broad, but man, when it came to taking her out, she was like taking out the queen.
Yeah, she'd dress up to go out.
Oh, fucking right, bro.
Yeah. That is them type of people from that area. Yeah.
But go to a
Wow.
fucking bar and drink fucking beers. Too cool.
No, that's true. But you know, I'm a man of the world, so I wouldn't lie to you, you know.
Oh,
But I'm also a man of the toilet, and I'm just gonna go and have a piss. So I'll be back in a second.
man, and Scott Ledoux is just doing his workman-like thing. The same thing he did to Leon Spinks. The same thing he did to Ken Norton. Fucking Mike Weaver's the only one who had the fucking plan to outbox him. But Ron Lyle is going in there and he's trying to slug with a slugger. Wrong fucking maneuver. If Lyle would use his boxing, make a much easier fight with this out of this.
Yep. I still think he's fighting better. It's more even now, but Ledoux banked like I would say 2-3 rounds easy. You know what I mean? Early on.
Yep.
But what looks like what I see happening here is I see Lyle. He's older, but like I said, he's warmed up. And then Ledoux expended a lot of energy early on. It looks like. So I see him leaning on the ropes. You notice.
Oh, look at Ledoux! Look at him!
Not right when I say that, he pushes him back.
Ledoux's not got very good stamina, has he? Really?
He's a hockey player. He's a fucking Canadian hockey player from Minnesota.
Oh.
And he decided he could make more money putting gloves on. But he fights just like a hockey player.
You need that strength. I think Ron Lyle was strong. Look at him.
Oh, Lyle was like I said before, when he after he came out of that stabbing, they threw him in solitary confinement, and that's when he started working out, and he just became addicted to physical fitness after that. He just do push-ups and sit-ups and squats and just
he's another one of those non-weightlifting guys like Katie Norton, where they swore by what you're talking about. They did.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. People, I think they misunderstand when we say they didn't lift weights. That doesn't mean they didn't do strength exercise. They did push-ups, and you would know more than me about what the different types of push-ups.
But I mean, dude, it's like you could stay in shape in a fucking closet. Or you do sit-ups.
Lifting weights is the worst exercise that you can do because you have to lift your own body weight. So if we're talking about a human being, lifting weights is the worst thing that you could do. So,
and it depends on what sport too. It's all different.
Oh yeah. If you're talking about lifting weights, it's probably the worst thing you could do.
See, I was gonna say now. Tell me what you think. We're like you said, we're bullshitting over the digital bar here, right? So I'm just thinking this off the top of my head. My impression is this. What would be how to put it? Doing exercises that involve your own body weight is more beneficial in boxing than using weightlifting type weight exercises.
100%.
We're using an exterior weight source, and I don't know what the exact difference is there, right? Because I mean, on the surface, you know what I mean, as an outsider not knowing, right? You'd say, well, weight is weight, right? But there's clearly a difference. Any insight you have there, Bruce? I know you got experience in with weights and whatnot, right?
Yeah, me and Bruce used to lift weights for 20 odd years, so yeah.
Yeah, I was crazy. I used to just go lift heavy weights. Hey, Jelly Bean, how you doing, bro? I should have done it. I should have used my head more. I'd be in better shape today. But I didn't give a fuck, man. I used to hurt myself all the time. I didn't fucking care. Once you get big and put a lot of muscle on, it's almost you don't even really feel it. It's almost part of it's part of weightlifting. You tear fibers deeply. You do fucking real crazy things, and they heal, they repair, and you get bigger, and you do it all over again. It's fucking nuts. But in the long run, you get arthritic fucking joints and everything after you get older. Oh, I got to go back and I got to put this on hold for a second here.
Yeah, weights is more
Okay.
sort of just an ego thing. So if I put my face on here, weights is all about an ego. It's not really necessarily about a physical gain. Weights is all about ego. It's how much you can lift. It's a challenge. It's not really about physical exercise, weight training. It's more about an egotistical thing about how much weight you can pick up. And
Well, if the
you
ultimate
know,
goal is being able to move yourself around better with less, say, pain, right,
weights is
and
not it.
stress, yeah,
Weights
yeah,
is
yeah.
not it.
I guess it would make sense that doing said moving around would be the best practice for it.
And that's what I learned sort of about the age of about 26. I learned that weight training wasn't the main thing because I used to lift weights when I was like 18, 9. I used to bench press like 300 pounds when I was like 22 years old. That's a lot of fucking weight, man. And then people say on the internet, "Oh, look at his arms. Look at Mr. Pigeon's arms. My arms used to be twice that size 10 years ago." I used to walk around like fucking Dorian Yates. So, you
Oh man,
know,
there was a freakazoid, Dorian Yates.
Oh, Christ.
well, I used to
Have you seen him today, Bruce?
No, but I'm sure.
good.
I think I have. I can't remember exactly what year I did see him, but I know he's
He's still ripped.
100 pounds.
I gotta say he was. I've never heard him talk when he was weightlifting, but not like this was probably 2-3 years ago. I
Yeah.
want to say he was on Rogan. I was blown away. What an interesting what's the word? Introspective, thoughtful type of character he was.
Well, where do you think
It
Mr.
turned out to be
Pigeon did his
fascinating.
training? What gym do you think Mr. Pigeon did all his training in?
Oh, let
And
me
why
guess.
today?
Dorian Yates Gym, Temple Gym. Yeah. The Temple Gym was the main place in Birmingham for any form of weight training and any form of conditioning for years. And I trained in there for about 8 years. Long time. Long time. I'm not talking about weeks. I'm talking about a long time. You know.
Yeah, bro. I trained every day for many years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as I get older, I had arthritis so fucking bad. Now I can just about lift up my shoulders.
My knees are going. They're going.
That was my biggest thing is squatting. I used to like the fucking seated leg press. I used to put 1,000 pounds on that fucking thing.
You look solid. You
Oh.
could still train. You could still.
I could, but it's not worth it, man. Believe me, it's just not. I do cardio every day. I walk fucking at least 3 miles a day.
I can't really do a tenth as much as I could before, but I'm not gonna go out without a fight, Bruce. I'm not gonna go out without a fight. I'm not giving up.
Hey, I'm not either, man. Like I say, I take care of myself. I do cardio every day. I have dumbbells that I play with, just to keep my arms fucking from flapping.
No, you should.
I do. Every day, man. I'll turn my camera around and show them to you, bro. There, my fucking dumbbells are like right there, man.
Even if you do like 2 or 5K, just keep it going.
I'm gonna show. Where's my dumbbells here, man?
We're never gonna get to the past again. Just keep it going. You got it.
There they are.
That's it, and that's a big weight. That's still a big weight. That's still a good weight. That's a good
30 pounds and 15. 15 I do the warm-ups with, and then the 30 I do concentration curls.
You never fucked about. I can tell you didn't fuck about when you was younger. Tell you didn't.
Oh,
You still look well.
What are you talking about? Fuck about? I fucked about. I was a heroin addict for fucking 7 years, man.
Yeah, but you still you don't fuck about.
Addicted to pills for over fucking 30 years of my life. Now let me see, 80s, 90s, over 20 years of my life addicted to fucking pain pills.
But you was also addicted to training as well.
Oh yeah, fucking training was just as bad. Although when I was doing the heroin, I didn't go to train. When I was doing the heroin, I didn't train, but the pills I trained on.
I know.
But the heroin, that was a career in itself.
What got you onto that? Why did you start doing that?
Because I was doing pills. See, I started with pills, and I was doing pills, and then somebody said you should try this dope, man, because everybody started doing dope at the time.
Was you living in Boston at the time or some shit like that?
living where I am now. But Providence was a hot scene. See, it's Providence and New York are close together. And when it goes to Providence, it gets cut and goes to Boston, goes to Worcester, goes to Maine, goes to all the other cities.
So basically, you were basically like a mad Chad of your area. So like he's very similar to you. It was
a sorry life when I look at it. I went through a couple of small fortunes by today's standards, you know.
I can understand that. I've done that as well.
The fuck, man? No, I can't be.
I've done that as well. Yep.
But anyway, man, I survived it. I'm grateful. Every day I think about it, but I don't think I'll ever do it again. You know, the thought of doing anything more. What am I doing? I'm fucking the fight up. I forget that I'm doing a solo layup here, man. Excuse me.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Let me get back, fix this right here, man.
Me and Mr. Doc, we was.
You wonder what the fuck is going on, man.
Hey, look at Scott Ledoux. He's giving a right hook. But he wasn't that good. I think he got tagged.
Okay, fuck, man. My screen fucking me up here. This is technology at its worst. Let me
I'm on a Chinese. Sorry, Doc.
There we go.
I'm on a Chinese phone here. Communist phone.
It's a pretty good knockoff.
You got the Dick Justice phone, is what you're saying there, then. You got the Dick Justice. You got the Xi Jinping. You got the Xi Jinping phone.
What the hell is that? What the hell is
now you got the Xi Jinping phone. Where's Dick Justice? I can't believe this.
I'm just calling him. What was that?
You're gonna get that Google fucking 19 or some one of those fucking movies.
I reckon if I type something on this, I'm gonna launch a nuclear weapon to Los Angeles.
So okay, Ledoux in his corner, they think they've won this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see.
Hey, look at Ledoux. Look at him.
And Lyle doesn't think Lyle's not raising his hands in victory here.
Yeah, I would say he looked unsure. Oh, look at that Chuck Hull. What do we always say? And his hair was perfect.
His hair. Oh my god.
Werewolves of London. No, Chuck Hull. His hair wasn't always perfect. Am I wrong?
No, you're making me laugh.
Oh. Hey, if you don't know Warren Zevon, that's something wrong with you. I don't know what to say. Yeah, Lyle by split decision.
Don King in the ring. He says, "I got you another fight."
Oh, right there.
Look at Don King.
Moving right in.
Look at him. Look at Don
King. Look at his corner. His corner got Don King out of there. They got him away from Don King. I guess that's
well, for now they got him away from Don King. They're not going to keep him away forever.
That's true.
I don't know what fight this is, man.
I'd say
Ron Lyle had a good record.
Cooney, man. No need to watch this.
Well, who is it?
I mean, unless that's all that's left.
I don't know what fight it is.
Well, have you seen? Did you play the Ali fight?
I know that's a dark-skinned black man going in there.
No, this is Lyle versus Cooney, Bruce.
Who's this? What?
Oh shit, man! Really?
Yeah. We all know what happens here.
Yeah, but it's almost poetic. said he had injured ribs when this fight started.
Mm.
Have you ever seen English beer glasses? English beer glasses. Look
Yeah, the
at
ones
that.
we told you to swipe the other night. You did grab. You threw a couple of those in your backpack. Look at he's got them.
That was your fault. I stole that.
I know you did. I
Oh,
knew.
did you hear that? It was your fault, Bruce Gas. That's
Oh
your
yeah.
fault.
Well, he had one. He's showing it off in his hands. He's drinking it down. He's supposed to bring it back and get another one. I knew he wasn't going to bring it back. He had his backpack there. It's
like Doc saying, "Don't go in Burger King." Doc was saying, "Don't eat this." Don't come on.
No, that was Bruce. That was Bruce. I thought
was
you were.
it?
I gotta be honest. I thought you were gonna break. I thought you'd give in and.
Hey, if you can handle it, handle it.
No, I will. I'll break tomorrow. I'll break tomorrow.
Ah,
How can you not like a Burger King?
And Jerry Cooney was fucking. He was straight in this fight. This is before he started doing the lines and drinking the whiskey.
Look at Cooney.
if
Look
memory
at
serves,
he,
if memory serves, he ended up a junkie too by the time he fought Foreman.
yeah.
Oh, he told me personally. I was talking to him about that. I was on a Major Key had me on a panel with him, and I had read about he having the drug addiction and the alcohol. And I asked him point blank. I said, how bad was it, and when did it start? And he said, as soon as he knocked out Ken Norton, they gave him a line of Coke and a fucking shot of Irish whiskey. He says, and that was it. It never stopped right through the Holmes fight. And he says the most sorry he is because he couldn't beat Michael Spinks. He knew he could, but he was too fucked up to do it.
The Spinks fight was.
Spinks lit him up like a Christmas tree, man.
Sadly, I didn't enjoy that.
That was a marvelous display of hand speed by Michael Spinks. For what it's worth.
Well,
Yeah, he
was
was a favorite in that fight.
Hey, look at Cooney here. He looks ripped.
Cooney was. Did you say Cooney was the favorite? The betting favorite? Wow.
Against Michael Spinks, yeah, he was considered. He was the betting favorite because Spinks, he had only beat Larry Holmes, and the rest of his career was kind of unimpressive. I'm not
Yeah.
heavyweight.
Nobody ever asked me who.
Yeah. It was Steven Tankstead, and I want to say one other guy after he fought Larry, and then he fought thing.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Or Foreman, and then he fought Foreman.
I think it was only Cooney.
No, that's true.
Wasn't it?
Was there only Cooney and Takestead?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best title run. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's when the champions. Well, that side, Don King's WBC champions, they were fighting a lot because there was that tournament going on. But unfortunately, like Mike Weaver, he was doing nothing. He should have fought Cooney. That fight was signed and everything, and fucking Cooney got hurt.
Yeah, but the thing is with that fight, Victor Valle, there was a bit of beef. He wasn't going to take that fight.
Okay, now I know that's Cooney's trainer, Victor Valle, however you pronounce it that you're talking about.
Dennis Rappaport and Mike Jones in his corner.
There's one of those. Yeah.
So what was take that fight?
What was the deal? What was the deal between the trainer and Weaver then? Between Cooney's trainer Valle and Weaver.
That fight was not going to happen.
But why? What was the heat?
I'm not going to tell you why because I'm not sure myself. I just know.
But Kenny Senior, check this out. We got Jimmy Lennon Senior.
Arthur McCann.
Oh yeah,
Lennon Senior. Wow. Yeah, they're in Madison Square Garden. This was
that Weaver fight was never going to happen.
Are they in Long Island or are they in Madison Square Garden?
Hey, look at him. He's tough guy. These are both tough guys.
And Lyle's still got the stare. He's still got that full stare. Cooney is not falling for it though. Cooney has a good fucking. Doesn't even look him in the eye. Just looks at his fucking body. And unfortunately, this was
15 years younger. My God.
Wow, I never knew he was that young here.
24.
I'm sorry to interrupt your stream. I only needed to check my phone. I'm sorry to be bothering everybody here.
Oh, you're blocked.
And now you've behaved so far.
Pigeon, you're not gonna leave before this fight's over. It's so abrupt and so fast.
No, I'll stay here as long as it goes. I'll just feel I'm intruding a bit.
This is. I just throw these in prompt. I'm like you. You want to go live? I go live. I just turn it on live. Show some fights. Play some tunes. I don't give a fuck.
I really appreciate that, Mr. Doc and yourself letting me on. It's nice.
Hey, you're behaving.
Oh,
yourself.
Look at him! He did an overhand right, and then Cooney was quite. Oh, look at him!
Oh, the body shot. You mentioned the ribs earlier, Bruce Gas.
Cooney was he busts his ribs in this fight. Watch that left hook.
Oh, this is a good fight.
Watch what happens. We all know what happens.
Now, Lyle has the right idea, but again, Father Time.
That was it, man. Lyle, and like we said, Lyle just been knocked out by Lynn Ball a few months earlier. Let's see, December 79.
Yeah, 10 months. Right about 10 months.
He had a couple of easy fights, but cannon fodder for Jerry Cooney. What the fuck?
Well, and I'm looking at the scorecard. This guy that he fought that was 12-12, Al Newman.
Yeah.
1980. I'm looking at those. Look at those scorecards, Bruce Guest, at the time of the stoppage. Like two of them having a draw. It would have been a majority draw.
And it was the 10th round TKO too.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it, but it makes you think, don't it? And he was clearly point being he was clearly at the end. He was clearly at the end of the line.
Still a decent drink there. There's quite a lot left in there as well. So.
God, this is an excellent fight. Oh, the fight's gone.
So we can. We find one here.
Hey Bruce, are you and Mad Chad gonna go to the Boxing Hall of Fame?
Yes, sir. No, it's not the Hall of Fame. It's a legends kind of a. There's some live fights and it's a banquet and it's a get together. But there's going to be all kind of. I mean, there's so many top legends are going to be there. It's not a Hall of Fame, but it's a very star-studded event.
When does this take place?
Next weekend. Yeah.
So he's gonna drive down.
He's driving, man. That's the deal. Mad Chad drives, and I'll pay for the gas.
How are you gonna get to New York? Is he gonna drive, or are you gonna drive down to New York? That's gonna be.
I don't know, man. No, this can't be real.
Oh, nice music. Oh.
There you go, Doc.
Mr. Chad and Mr. Brucey doing a live stream for this one. Oh. I'm going to demand it from the British Empire here. The British Empire. I'm demanding a live stream for this fight. Oh look! Holy crap!
Oh man, here we go.
It's George.
I believe this is in Hawaii, if memory serves. If this is the fight, I think it is.
Yeah. Holy crap!
Nice job, Bruce, going with the getting the deep cuts here. Getting the deep cuts.
Too much.
I wish I knew how to adjust the color on it, but I don't.
Oh,
Well, it seems like I have a little too too bright in the color. But hey, I'll live with it. I'll live with it as long as they don't shut me down, you know.
Yeah.
And this is Ron Lyle and Jimmy Young too.
what, really?
Really? What? Really? Say that one more time, so I can keep that for nostalgia. But yeah, bro, this is some prime competition going on over here, man.
I just said, I just thought it's in Hawaii. It got me a bit scared. That's all.
This is at the Civic Center in San Francisco, I believe.
What, really?
I think so. Really?
Sorry.
This is 1976, November 6th. Jimmy Young, 19-5-2.
Jeez.
Yeah, my bad. It was the first one that was in Honolulu. It's the first
Oh
one that
my
was in
God.
Honolulu.
Have you heard about George Foreman? I just checked on the internet. He's up for some sexual charges in Hawaii.
Yeah, he's getting extorted. That's from what I can understand. But
I don't agree with that.
he's probably guilty, but he shouldn't be getting extorted.
Yeah, that's a load of bullshit. That is.
Look at Jimmy Young, man. Jimmy Young was he was one of my favorite fighters. He was so slick. I wish he was more
Leave
aggressive.
George alone. Leave
George.
George
Yeah,
alone.
I say the same thing too. But you know, fucking George knows how to handle it.
You don't have to fucking listen to that bullshit. What is this? Some sort of stupid charge? Well, we won't discuss it here. Hey, look at him looking down at him. Oh wow, he was up for this. Oh shit!
Well, he wants revenge. He wants revenge the first time around. Jimmy
He
Young
just
gave
gave him a fucking dirty look.
Jimmy Young. Let's see. This one was the first one was February 75.
Yeah.
This is about a little over a year later. So yeah, he wants revenge, man.
Wow.
Jimmy Young beat him the first time.
Yep.
Doc?
Honolulu.
Yeah.
Yep. Beat him up decisively. Unanimous decision.
Good fighter, Jimmy Youngie.
Now, I've never found footage, but by all accounts, he put his head in Ron Lyle's chest, Philly style, and just, outpointed him.
Just ragged him.
Jimmy Young. It was hard to hit Jimmy Young, man. I think George Foreman nailed him a couple of times, but aside from that, he has so slick. But
And even then, when George clipped him, I think it was the 7th round, right? But he clipped him. Even then, he couldn't finish him. And at the end of the round, Jimmy Young's lighting him up with the counter punches.
Yeah, facts.
That's the kind of dude. That's the kind of dude he was, man. And he was also, you had to like him because he doesn't look the part. He had to learn on the job, getting thrown in the deep end with guys like Shavers and whatnot, which we've talked about a million times. And then he goes from, learning on the job and being an opponent, right, to going in there and, in my opinion, getting robbed. I'm going to say robbed. I don't use that word lightly against my hero, Muhammad Ali, in front of everybody on ABC.
You on about the unanimous decision? Unanimous decision fight.
That was a split razor.
Yeah.
And I just think Jimmy Young, I think he should have been more aggressive. I think if he had been more aggressive, because a lot of times when he had Ali, when Ali was
right.
Shit.
I think that's right. I think that was a robbery. I think Doc's right. I think that was a robbery.
And they say the same thing about his fight with Ken Norton. And
I thought he
all those fights we're talking about, they were split.
I never watched the Ken Norton fight.
No, I'll say this: the Norton fight to me, I think that one is more legitimately close, and there's an argument for Kenny Norton more than.
And I've never watched that.
Like I said, everybody. I mean, look at my avatar, right? And I'm telling you, I think Ali got a gift. Everybody talks about the third Norton fight. I think the Jimmy Young fight is the gift. If you're gonna,
that was the gift. Yeah.
I mean, dude, he was like 60 pounds too. He was like came in fat and out
And
of
he
shape.
knew it when Ali got out of that ring. If you actually watch when he got out of that ring, he knew he lost that fight as well. And it was only down to the judges, the fact that he got the decision in that fight. You can download it off the internet if you want to watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Round 13, if you watch Ali Jimmy Young from 13 onwards, Ali's in trouble. Very much in fucking
Well,
trouble in
because
that
Jimmy
one.
was able to force him to have to come forward, and that was Ali. If there's a flaw in Ali's game, it was that.
I'm no
Ollie
expert on boxing. I'm no expert on boxing.
Ollie won that fight by a pretty wide margin. I thought it was closer. I thought it was only
It was close. It's anybody that watches the fight and like people like us. We think of it that way, but yeah, the official scorecards were honestly they were kind of scandalous. They were, you know what I mean. They didn't even give him, they didn't even give him.
Ollie was untrained for that fight. He didn't give a fuck about that fight.
Yeah, but I had Jimmy Young winning at least 7 or 8 rounds of that fight.
If I'm going off the top of my head here, I swear I'm not looking on Boxer. If memory serves, Jimmy Young was 17 and I want to say 10 when he came into that fight against Ali.
Yeah.
How close am I, Bruce?
I wouldn't even check. I know what you. I know you're right.
The Ollie and Jimmy Young fight. I don't know. I have to go look myself here. Let's see.
We talking.
Ollie, yes, 17-4-2, Doc.
There you go.
No, he was fed to the sharks early in his career. And you didn't right here, man. This is like, what the fuck are they doing to this young boy?
I'm gonna get that wrong.
Oh yeah, they put him in with Ron Lyle not once but twice.
Right.
Mr. Doc.
I'm
gonna get that wrong.
I want to look at something real quick here.
Oh shit!
Since we're on the subject. Let's see. So
let's check some more. Let's check some more facts.
That's what I'm doing. Ron Lyle. Okay. So yeah, his reward for giving Ali such a good fight was a couple of tune-up fights, and then Ron Lyle again, and then George Foreman.
Oh yeah.
Well, which was fair enough because the Foreman fight was supposed to be like some kind of eliminator, and that's what led to the Kenny Norton fight ultimately.
That was a great fight.
I think he's doing a job on I think Young is doing a job on Lyle in this fight. Yeah.
See, he's doing the same thing again. He's got his head in his chest, but while, like you said, even when he's right on top of you, he was so hard to hit.
Look at him. He's doing a left and a right, and then he's boom.
That Philly left hook.
Yeah.
Look at that. See, notice how he throws the body shots while on the inside.
Yeah. That's the Philadelphia style.
Yeah. He was a different kind. He was a different kind of Philadelphia fighter, but he was still a Philly fighter.
Philly style's the best.
Look at them little left hooks to the body, man. And then like see, look, Lyle can't hit him clean even though he's right there.
Philly style's the best. Always was. The fact that city's been disrespected in America is disgusting.
Well, it's faded, man. It just isn't what it used to be. It's a fact. It's just like American heavyweight boxing. It's not what it used to be.
But why disrespect somewhere that was such a great place, Mr. Donkey?
Oh, I'm not disrespecting Philly as a city. I mean,
I'm not about you. I'm just saying that I think America should have invested more in there. Yeah.
Now we're getting way out in the weeds here. Let's.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
But this infighting, it doesn't seem like Lyle's doing the infighting he did here as he did against Ernie Shavers and against George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
Still a good fight.
Jimmy Young frustrated him more, you know?
Yeah, he knows how to neutralize Lyle. And still get his own shots off.
Yeah,
this is more of a technical fight.
Oh, geez.
This is a technical fight.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
wouldn't.
like almost any time Lyle gets a little frisky, Jimmy lights him up with a combination and pushes him back.
Yeah, this is very very high level here. High level here.
Yeah.
This is high level.
And this is a great. Oh, you know what? This is a great example of in terms of things we talk about all the time, Bruce. The way that the skill level of the infighting and the wrestling back in this day.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
The
And see
wrestling
that,
haven't
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
no, that's
Oh
how Jimmy Young. He was a strong fighter, but he's not muscular. He's doesn't. You can tell he doesn't fuck around with weights. He's just naturally strong. He gets inside, he wrestles, he puts his weight
He
on.
don't need weights. He don't need weights. Weights is
Uh,
for
And
uh,
see,
idiots.
and you'll notice when he puts like this is something like Ali used to do too. When he puts his glove
Boom.
on the opponent's arm, he'll push where the elbow is.
Oh
So you
yeah.
get maximum leverage. You don't have
Oh
to be that
yeah.
strong. You don't get what I mean to collapse the
Yeah.
joint. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, these are little things. It sounds like a little thing, but it's a big deal. See, like he's doing
Huge.
it. He just did it.
Huge
He just
deal.
did it again. He just did it again.
Huge. Huge.
And
Hey,
again,
Mr. Hey,
sorry, yes,
Mr.
sir.
Doc, Mr. Doc, you must have been involved in boxing at some stage.
No, I'm dude. This is
Nah,
no,
you're a
you know what?
liar. Okay,
One of the
you're a
reasons
liar. You're a
one
liar.
of the reasons I conducted myself the way I do is because I'm sitting here, fucking old long haired dude with a fucking Iron Maiden shirt
uh,
No,
on. And
nobody believes that
anybody that
about
looked at
you.
me would go, "This guy doesn't know shit about boxing. He can't
Yeah, but
possibly
nobody
be.
believes what you
He's not a
say.
boxing fan.
Nobody believes you. You must have been involved with it at some stage.
He's not involved in boxing style."
So you've never been involved with it whatsoever.
No, other than watching it on TV, man.
Well, we applaud your efforts. We applaud your efforts.
I had nothing to do with anything. You stop that. You're instigating.
No, you're a liar. I think you have.
he's got those English beer glasses now too, man. Those it's like a Pilsner glass.
The what do they call them? The snifter. Is that the right term? I can't remember.
I don't know what you would call that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. An English beer glass, we'll call it. Carl, you know it, bro. Why wouldn't I be smiling there?
Yeah, Bruce knows what it is when he lets a couple of lunatics like me and Pigeon on his skin.
Hey, look at this fight. It's amazing.
Oh,
They call it a slip, I think. Yeah, they call it a slip. Can you run that?
yeah. Let's check that again here.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Head control. Puts his hand in his armpit. Hit him with the free hand, uppercut inside, making space and defending.
They're making that referee work over here. They're both doing some really seriously classic boxing tricks.
Yeah. Nicely left hook by Jimmy. Right through the guard. Look at that. The old Jersey Joe walks away from him. The old Jersey Joe Walcott.
The old Jersey Joe.
That was like a right hand.
He said the old Jersey Joe.
I thought I saw a right hand in there.
And Jimmy Young looked like thought it was a knockdown. He went to a neutral corner.
That was a great punch. Oh man, these English beer glasses. Look at them. That's what we drink out of. This is what we drink out of.
Listen.
He can drink out of it, leave it on the side of his bed, pee in it, so he doesn't have to get up, and he's got a fucking perfect utility.
It's a perfect utility outlet.
Yes.
Oh man, you're making me wee myself here, but
Shit, you said that earlier. That could be a problem. Be careful there.
Oh my god.
Who's that? Who do we got in Lyle's corner this time around? Is that Chicky Ferrara,
I think so. Yeah, I think you might be
or
right.
is that Lewis?
I think the first guy you just said.
Oh man, I had Q the God in the back. I didn't even know it.
Oh wow!
Look, I gotta pay attention more to my chat. That's not bad.
Oh man!
I don't know how these people do it to have the fucking open panels and having things on. I didn't even know he was in the chat. We would have had another cool opinion in here, but hey, man, next time.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Q. If you're still out there, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised Carl didn't jump on.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna jump off a few after this fight's over, but hey, we still got a few minutes there. You want to come on, man? Be my guest.
We need to go to sleep. It's late.
I won't go to sleep till about. If I go to bed at midnight, I'll sleep maybe at 1 o'clock. I'll set my timer for an hour on the TV, and I hope I don't hear it. But if I do,
Right.
and then I'll be up tomorrow at 7:30. I usually get about 6 hours sleep, 5.5, 6 hours, and that's what I live on. Although today I'm not out like it's funny. I was on Mad Chad's panel this afternoon when Tim came on there when we were showing the fight. I was fucking nodding right out there. I could have slept for about an hour if I let myself go, but I never do. I just kind of fight it off and 6 hours sleep. I can live with that, Doc. I don't know. How about you?
Hey, I got another Warren Zevon quote for you. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
You're gonna make me die of laughter, Doc. In a minute.
How about you? How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Or do you?
He's banned. I'm banned him from sleeping. I'm banned.
You just sleep like a kid at work, right?
Hi, Mr. Doc. How many hours do you sleep a day?
He'll sleep when he's dead, like he said.
I just told you, man. I sleep when I'm dead. You make of that what you want to make of that.
He's like Mr. Spock. That's Leonard Nimoy. Mr. Doc is Leonard Nimoy.
I sit here in my practice chair playing guitar in my sleep, man.
I see Mr.
We know what you get up to in your sleep. We know what you get up to in your sleep. Come on.
I'm trying to go to the body here. It was a pretty good round for Lyle, actually. I mean, you know what I mean? Compared to what's been going on so far. He's found something here with the body work and the uppercut.
This is an excellent fight.
Look at Jimmy.
Jimmy. Right when, what did I tell you? Right when Lyle got a little frisky, and Jimmy puts him right back in his place.
If Jimmy had some
I'm gonna shoot off now, guys. I'm gonna go and listen. Do you know what I'm gonna go and listen to?
Listen.
Go on, have a guess. I'm gonna go and listen to a bit of a Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek.
Well, you know what they say about Leonard Nimoy.
I'm gonna go and listen to some
right in the neck.
Live long and prosper.
Have a good evening, my friends. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too, man. You too.
Peace, bitches.
Yep,
Thank
peace.
you.
I'll give you your rent back.
Well, hey,
that was almost delightful.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't nasty.
Nah, and you know, Pigeon has a great boxing mind. When he's into fights, he lived through this shit, man. You know, that's what I like to talk to people who lived through it. Not saw it on YouTube. It kind of makes you can tell, man. You can tell.
Context, man. It's about context.
And you know, like I said, if Jimmy Young had power, if he had a little more power, I think he would have been undeniably a champion.
Yeah, he would have been. That would have taken him to a whole nother. As it was, to me, he's easily a Hall of Famer. I mean, even with the losses, if you want to just go by the record,
is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know.
Let's find out.
Okay, I'm laughing. I'm laughing, but I'm serious when I say this. You know what I'm going to go look up when we're done here, Bruce?
What's that?
I'm gonna go search Boxing Librarian's page for it and see if he has anything on Jimmy
Jimmy
Young.
Young in the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah.
Pennsylvania Boxing Hall of Fame.
That
They
makes
didn't,
sense.
they didn't even talk to me in this one. I don't know if that was the Philadelphia or the Philly. No, the Pennsylvania Boxing Hall of Fame. What happened to Jimmy Young? Is Jimmy Young to fight out? Yeah, he needs to be indicted into the Hall of Fame in a Facebook article. In the New Jersey Hall of Fame. I wonder if he's in the Nevada Hall of Fame. But there's a lot of shit about Jimmy Young. There's a documentary in here about him. Yeah, he was back in the day. He was one of the guys that I followed. I liked Jimmy Young, man. That was I felt bad for him when he got on the short end of a lot of decisions, especially the Norton decision, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when he started getting beat by like Ozzy Ocasio and
That was almost like, to me, that was like
and that was twice, wasn't it?
yeah. It felt like the second time around, it felt like he'd just given up. He was there for the paycheck by the time.
Yeah, he was like on the tubby side, and he was just not. He wasn't anything nothing like this.
Yeah, and it wasn't that too long prior to that. He had just given Kenny Norton all the hell in the world, you know, and that's why he was fighting Ocasio, if memory serves, because Ocasio ended up fighting Larry, right?
Yeah, and Ocasio ended up winning a world title too. He ended up winning one of those WBA junior heavyweight title.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he became like, and WBA junior became the cruiserweight.
Okay.
So that's how good Ocasio was. But then he was rushed into the Larry Holmes fight. But after that, he won a world title, which was and that's, I think, Huawei dethroned him of the title. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. And it was he was a respectable fighter. He won himself a world title, and we looked at his resume. I believe he's got a fucking who's who on there: Michael Dokes and Larry Holmes and fucking Jimmy Young, and it goes on and on.
Yeah. That's the difference to me is when you look, it's not even the number of fights. It's when you are. I mean, these are important things. But it's not even so much the number of fights or how often. It's when you look at those old resumes. Everybody's fighting each other. You see all kinds of familiar names. You know what I mean? Over and over and over again, consistently from fighter to fighter to fighter to fighter, from number 1 to number 20, I'd say. From in that we'll say 60s to early 80s era.
It's my favorite era, I think. But then all the time, if a good fight comes up, I say this is my favorite era now. But that late 70s, early 80s had some great shit in there.
Yep.
That was the beginning of HBO, and that was also they were fucking priming CBS, NBC, ABC, USA, and ESPN. It was just so much boxing. People say, "Oh, well, look what we're getting today." Yeah, but we were getting this almost like one every night of the week, not like all jammed up on us. It was.
Yeah. And did you notice what this is getting broadcast on?
I'm gonna say ABC.
Howard Cosell, Wide World of Sports. Mm-hmm. And you, on top of the fact that you get Young versus Lyle for free, you've got Cosell and you've got George Foreman on commentary.
Yeah, ABC always respected heavyweight boxing.
Yep. And I'm telling you, I know we've talked about this a couple times recently, but
I don't remember boxing, so let's talk about it again.
this is where I think boxing in America has gone astray. Is it's lost sight of the importance of the heavyweight division, and more importantly, it's lost sight of the value of investing in that, consistently investing in it. Like you said, ABC always respected the heavyweights and made sure that they, you know what I mean. They were all front. All the top heavyweights were front and center, and everybody was going to know their names when they came up.
Well, you know what I think they should do? I think the only way for boxing to save itself is for it to understand that the internet is just like a television back in the day. If you're going to show a fight on the internet, everybody's going to be able to watch it. If it's going to be pay-per-view, it's going to be public preview. If you want to make these pay-per-view fights, you're going to have to go back to a satellite transmission or a phone line transmission and do them right to the theaters and have a pay-per-view event at a certain arena. And those are the ones that will get the signal, like to a telephone line, like they did with Ali and Joe Frazier won.
Mm-hmm.
There were only something like 300 different outlets that could get that fight. You know, 50 or 60 in the United States. Well, whatever it was, man, that's how they have to do it, because there's no way they're going to. People talk about, I mean, it's almost like a war right now between the ones who buy pay-per-views and the ones who don't buy pay-per-views, you know? I can hear people fucking, I hear people on their righteous high horse kind of knocking on people who don't buy them, saying, you have no right to talk, you don't pay for them, you're stealing the things. And I'm like, fuck you, man. You don't get it. I'm not stealing anything. Google will tell me how to watch this. You know, and I'm not even going to fucking argue with somebody who thinks like that.
Look, man, I know I'm gonna old men repeat themselves, everybody, so bear with us. Look, this is the way in my limited understanding, this is the way it's supposed to work. All right. If you as the consumer go into the store and you see that the price of the loaf of bread is beyond what's reasonable, right, and relative to your need for it, your job, in order to make all of this work, it's just not your option. It's incumbent upon you to turn around if you don't need that loaf of bread and not buy it, because that is how you bring the price down. All right, because you get what I mean. That's your role as the consumer.
Shout out.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
No, I just want to say good night to Tim. He's leaving us.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Doc. Finish it up, man. Give us that capitalistic fucking hoo-ah.
But okay. So we're talking about, purchasing pay-per-views. Look, man, no, they'll get my money when it's worth my money. And you know what I mean? And yesterday, like the old saying goes, yesterday's price is not today's price.
It's different, man.
And here's another thing. You brought up a good point. Like the way they ought to be doing this. If you want to be able to sell pay-per-views, more important, forget about. I mean, again, this, I know it's a factor, but forget about for a moment the outlet, the delivery system. Just if you want to get people to pay for a given fight, right? You need to make them the fighters involved, household names, meaning they should have, we'll take Crawford and Spence, for example. They should have been fighting on YouTube for free, where everybody's got, you know what I mean? It's going to, if you type in boxing, their fights are going to, you know what I'm trying to say? Their fights are going to turn up. So everybody is, gets it fixed in their mind who these guys are. That's how you build stars, by making everybody, making them household names. Where you or I sit down at the bar, and we're just casual sports fans, and someone brings up their names. Oh yeah, I've seen that guy knock out so and so, right, or whatever. That's that. Then once you got the casual sports fans, right, that are just on the periphery of sports conversations. Once you have them hooked in terms of knowing who it is, then you can charge for the pay-per-view. Then you can, you know what I mean? It's all about.
But if you can get it for free, are you going to pay for it?
It depends on how they price it. This is what I'm saying. They got to bring it.
But I'm not. I don't care if they price it for $10. I'd rather have that $10 and go get fucking breakfast the next morning.
I'm not telling anybody else what to do. That's not my way of conducting myself. All right, I'm not judging.
I can justify the pay-per-view the way it is today because
I was just saying what I do and explaining why my personal reasoning. I wasn't. I can't. I'm not here to justify. That's a whole. That's beyond my pay grade. I'm not here to justify anything.
I mean, my whole philosophy is it's like a regular sport. The live gate is what you make your money on. Go look for big venues. Make it a big undercard. Don't throw these things together and charge $75 and then have these purists say, well, you streamers have nothing to fucking complain about. You can't complain about the quality of the fight because you don't pay for it. I mean, what the fuck? Fuck you. My time is not worth money. My fucking energy, the hours I talk about the fight. I mean, it's almost like a haves and a have-nots kind of a war. But they got to realize they have to reinvent the wheel again. You can't have pay-per-view where somebody can get it for free and somebody has to pay for it. And they're just improving technology. It's coming in so good now that. I mean,
well, that's why I said they. In hindsight, they should have been just putting. They should have just been live. Oh, was that another? They're going to reel that a slip too, huh?
Ron Lyle, yeah, I think it's almost like he did get pushed out of the ring.
Okay.
Strange shit though. We'll have to watch that one.
But in hindsight, hindsight being 2020, in fairness and all that, they really should have just been they should have gone because we don't have network television anymore. They should have been live streaming.
There we go. Watch. Up.
Oh, okay, yeah, they were wrestling. I see it.
Look at the shoes they're wearing too. The difference between the shoes they wore back then.
Boxing shoes, yeah, proper boxing shoes.
Those are real leather.
And yeah, they got almost no soles on them either. They got the smooth soles.
Real thin.
Man. But yeah, they should have been, instead of, putting these guys from, when they're early on, when they're trying to build names out of them, instead of putting them behind paywalls and, because modern TV, and there's no such thing anymore as free TV, right? Like someone pointed out the other day. They should have been live streaming from the beginning. That's where they should have gone. Because that's what's become the grassroots. That's, like you said, the new TV. I'm trying to bring this full circle here as we close up. You started out saying YouTube's the new TV, right? Well, that's where that's to me. Then that tells me that's where most of these fights ought to be happening on live streaming on YouTube, or you know what I mean, or something like that. That's what And again, I know hindsight's 2020, but that's good because that's the where you get the grassroots audience, and that's what boxing has always been. You can't try and turn it into a rich man's sport. That I don't think that's ever going to work. It's always been yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, rich men don't watch it. This is a working class, blue collar, urban, ghetto, whatever you want to call it. This is a sport of the people, and they're taking it beyond reach. But they're not, because we can still reach it. But they want to villainize us for doing it, and it's like.
Well, look, if you come from any kind of poor or poverty or whatever that means, right? Impoverished, just bear with me here. Any kind of impoverished background, no, you're not going to pay $79.99 for friggin' Ortiz, who I like Luis Ortiz. I'm a fan. I've said it many times. Versus Charles Martin. Are you kidding me? Come on now. What are we doing here? Back in the day, that would have been a free a Wide World of Sports, right? Am I wrong? That would have been a free Wide World of Sports TV, or an undercard fight.
The thing was, even back in the day, as soon as cable came into my town, a year or two later, came the black boxes.
You beat me to it. I was taking the drink. The black boxes, man. Yep, and the filters and.
All that good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's not like this is new. That's another thing that I do that's where area I agree with you, that where people are like, they're complaining about the piracy as if this is new. No. This is the especially if you go into, for example, right, where I grew up, there was a trailer park, right? We had a friend. His old man always had the latest little, his side, in the trailer park, you have a side yard, right?
Yeah.
It was always taken up by the latest satellite. Which back in the day, you know what the old satellites were like. They were gigantic.
They were
Friggin'.
fucking, you could take a bath in them if they didn't have, if they weren't on screens.
Right, and he always had the the latest setups and whatnot. So you know what I mean, to get everything. So my point is the especially since we're talking like the working class and the poorer classes, they're going to find ways to get access to these things, like you're saying. It's been going on since it's been going on.
And so why don't they simply use their head and incorporate it all into one service where they can give us great fights that nobody has to pay for, but when they have the super fights like Crawford and Spence, if they ever have it, then it'll be something where we have to go out and watch. It's going to be a huge fight. Maybe they'll have a special over-the-counter service where a signal, maybe, like, I don't know if you remember Preview TV.
Okay, because here's what we have at the moment, essentially, and then forgive me if I'm wrong, if I got this all wrong, but now this is my perception, right? What we have is, like, remember when we had the USFL, right, and the NFL, and the USFL would fight they'd play in the spring.
Yep.
All right. This is like what we have is more like the equivalent of it's like basically if we had like 4 USFLs. All right.
But we didn't have to pay for it to see them, though. They were on regular.
Well, I was getting there. And on top of that, it's all behind paywalls. So no, you're not. You're on the right track, man. We're on the same wavelength. And it's like, imagine those are all behind paywalls, and then like to try and get 2 teams from one of the various leagues to play each other. It's like only going to be you got to somehow get the 2 leagues to agree, and it's like, no, that's never ever going to work. Like you said, it has to be on some level or another. I mean, look, man, there's always been different. There's always been a multiplicity of promoters, right, and all that. So, a multiplicity of financiers and all that. But they've managed to always make it, like you said, at some point on some level a uniform sport that's under, what I mean, some semblance of an umbrella. Well, that whole thing is that's where the problem is. But that's been kind of shattered. And okay, I was going to say also, we kind of live in the age of brands, or you know what I mean, or maybe we're living in the generation of everybody's talking about their brand. It's going back to like LeBron James. That's the first time I heard that really, like, talked about that way. You know what I mean? The sports figures and whatnot talking about their brand. Well, I think to a degree you have that also with, like, okay, you got everybody talks about this side of the street and that side of the street. What you have is different. Everybody trying to establish different brands, whether it's Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, whoever. And they're all trying to establish their individual brands rather than thinking about, like we said, the sport as a whole. And sorry, I'm rambling now, but that's about the best I can make out of it.
Hey, it's fucking it's totally out of proportion right now, and all I can say is I don't want to hear anybody say call us pirates, call us fucking stealing the fight. We're doing what we do, and this is the age of the internet. Whoever thought we'd be showing these fights on tonight? You'd have to wait to watch these fights on some ESPN fucking.
Look, okay, I'm gonna close. I'll close. I gotta point this out before we go, Bruce, because it's germane to the topic, right? Look, musicians had to face a reality when the whole Napster thing happened, right? Because of the change in the landscape of the market. In other words, the ease of access. Look, we used to record music off of the radio and off of each other's records on the blank cassettes as it was, as soon as those became a thing, right? So that's already, again, this is another example where it was already going on, but it just got taken to a different level. The bottom line is this: the market finally decided the price we're willing to pay, by and large, for just free music to just randomly listen to is pretty much zero. You're gonna have to find some other way to make your money, and that's the end. That's at the end of the day, that's the way the market's supposed to work. And it's too bad that you got to be ready to adjust to the shifting tides and the shifting landscape and find other ways to make your money.
Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't found that yet. Because I mean, I'm going back to the days of WrestleMania when Mr. T came out there and said, I want you to make sure you buy WrestleMania. Don't you use them black boxes. And I never forget that, man. That was fucking 40 fucking years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's been going on forever.
It is, man. And I don't know if you want to call it the perfect crime, but there's no penalty for it. I'm going to do it. Hey, Doc, thanks so much for coming in, brother.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Peace out, bro.
Peace.
Good night, all. We're out of here.
Yep.
Salute.